Hello friends, let us start with the new chapter, electrostatic potential and flux. Till now we had seen electrostatic force, then the second chapter is electrostatic field, and then the third chapter we have is electrostatic potential and the flux. So let us try to understand what do we mean by the word potential. Either you say potential, you say electrostatic potential, or you can also see call it as electric potential. Electric potential, electrostatic potential, they hold same meaning. The word potential you might have seen in standard 11, gravitational potential. Also the introduction of the word electric potential is there in the standard 10, right, in the current and electricity. Is there in the CBSE as well as ICSE boards. So let us understand what does this word electrostatic or electric potential mean, right? So the word electric potential, it has a complete different definition, but we'll just understand in words what the word potential means. We know now that what is electrostatics, what is Coulomb's law, right? We clearly know Coulombian law for the force. We know what is electrostatic field, and similarly we have third property of the electrostatic, that is electrostatic potential. So let us try to understand what electrostatic potential is, then we'll see about its derivation and its exact definition and its units. So the word electrostatic potential, it can be defined as if body has excess or deficiency of electrons, then the body is said to have a potential. If the body is having excess electrons, then the body will have a negative charge, right? And if the body has deficiency of electrons, then the body will have positive charge. Excess electrons, and here there is deficiency of electrons. Both the cases the body is said to possess the potential. When the charge on the body is negative, we say the body has a low potential, right? And when the charge on the body is positive, we say the body has a high potential. This explanation also you find in the lower class textbooks, right? Then the next explanation which we have regarding the word electrostatic potential is, we can say that it is a scalar representation of electric field. Scalar representation of, what do we mean by this? Let us try to understand. Let us say I have been given a charge here, right? Some charge is kept here at the origin. Obviously it is a positive charge, so its electric field will be radially outward, right? What will be the strength of this charge at this point A, located at a distance r from the charge? Listen once again. What will be the strength of this charge at the point A, located at a distance r? Now in order to determine the strength at the point A, one physical quantity we have is electric field. Electric field involves magnitude as well as direction both. In case of the electric field, what do? We place a test charge here, then we calculate the force, and then we calculate the electric field. But I don't want to do that. I want some shortcut. I just want to know what is the strength of this charge at this point. Then to know strength of this charge at this point, I directly have a term, a physical quantity called as a potential, which will directly give me the strength of this charge at this point. If I want to know strength of this charge at this point, right, again the word potential will directly give me strength of this charge at this point. It's very simple. Next, the third explanation regarding the electric potential we have is, it is also called as degree of electrification. Degree of electrification, this words again resembles the same thing. How much a body is electrified, right? I'll take an example. Let us say I have a body which has lost 5 electrons. The body has lost 5 electrons. Obviously it has a lower potential, right? Similarly, I have another body another side which has lost 10 electrons. Sorry, this is gain 10 electrons, gain 5 electrons. So again this is also a low potential. How will you compare both these bodies? Here the potential is more, so degree of electrification. Degree of electrification means how much charge it has in excess or it has lost. In other words, how much extent of charge it has within it, right? The charge may be either positive or maybe negative. So degree of electrification means how much of charge it has. This body has a lower degree of electrification, this body has a higher degree of electrification. Then some more sentences to understand the meaning of the word electric potential. If you understand in the terms of human analogy, right, then we can say that a male, right, with more muscular mass has more potential. It's very simple, right? The person with looking at his muscles, we can conclude his potential, right? There is one thin person and there is one strong person. If the fight happens between both these persons, it is very easy to justify that the person with the more muscular mass will win. Why? The person with the more muscular mass has a more potential. So in the terms of human analogy also you can understand that the word potential means having a more muscular mass. It is just like having more charging, more potential. Or you can also understand in the terms of water analogy. What is that? If the water is at higher level, it has more potential as compared to water at lower potential. Right, this again simple, you know that let us say if this is a mountain, right, so let us say there is some amount of water stored here, maybe this is some sort of a glacier or something. So water over here, this has a higher potential. Naturally this water at a higher potential will flow down this mountain to lower down its potential, right? So in terms of water also you can understand. Now you must be very clear about the word potential. We have not learned about the definition in physics, just a common understanding of the word potential we have understood. Let us see some more thing about the electric potential in terms of the physics. So the next topic we have is important property of electric field. One important property of electrostatic field we are going to discuss, which will help us to obtain a mathematical equation of the electrostatic potential. What is this property of the electric field? This property, a property of an electric field, it states that line integral of electric field over a closed path is dependent only on position of 2 points and not on the path followed. Right? What does this statement mean? Scientists were studying about the electric field, and that study led to one important conclusion, that line integral of the electric field over a closed path is dependent only on position of the 2 points and not on the path followed. Let me draw the diagram to explain this, right? So let us say I have a charge Q here, right? Its electric field is radially outward. I have a point A having position vector RA, and I have a point B having a position vector RB. Now what do? I am moving a test charge Q naught from A to B. A test charge Q naught is moved from A to B. So here we will evaluate this sentence in the terms of mathematics. What does this sentence mean? If I write mathematical statement for these words, it means line integral of the E dot dl. Right, from A to B, line integral of the E dot dl. Line integral means the path, integration of the path, the length of the path. So E dot dl is equals to independent of path, and it is just dependent on the position of the points A and B. This thing we are going to prove. So to prove this property, I have considered one situation in which a charge is placed at the origin. It has electric field, right, radially outward. Obviously it's a positive charge, so it has the electric field radially outward. I consider 2 points in the electric field, and the test charge is moved from point A to the point B through any path. It can be the one which I have drawn, it can be through something else path. So while the test charge is moved, let us say the test charge reaches the point P. Test charge reaches the point P. What will happen? The test charge at any point on this path, it will experience a force. Obviously yes. How much force it will experience? The force experienced by the test charge is given by QE, and the test charge, it has a positive charge, so force will be directed away from this charge. So what will happen to the test charge? Test charge will try to fly away from this condition. We don't want it to fly away. Then what we have to do? To keep the test charge in its position, I will have to apply a force, right? I will have to apply a force which is exactly opposite to this force. Listen once again. As the test charge is moved from A to B, at any point on its way, test charge will experience a force. How much force? Q naught E. Direction of the force will be away. This force will take the test charge away from this situation. We do not want that thing to happen. So what do? In order to avoid the flying away of the test charge, we will apply a force exactly in the opposite direction to that of the natural force. Right? This is a natural force due to this positive charge. So we will apply some force which will be exactly opposite to this natural force. And since we are applying a force on the charge, the negative sign appears. Now, because of this force, let us say we try to move a test charge slightly forward to the new position N. Let this path PN have a width DL. How much amount of the work is done by us? We have applied a force to keep it in the position, right? And after that, if the charge is moved, that means the work is done on the system by us. Work is done by the us. So work done will be force into distance. Distance we have taken DL. So force into DL, right? Evaluating this, it is F DL cos theta, right? Force is in this direction, distance is in this direction. We do not know what is the angle theta, right? This is the angle theta. We draw one perpendicular from N to this position vector of P. So let us say the perpendicular drawn is something like this. Let me name it Q. The perpendicular drawn from N to the position vector Q, right? Position vector, and the perpendicular touches the position vector at the point Q. So here the value of the force minus Q naught E, right? DL. Now we don't have to put the vector sign since we have evaluated the dot product. Cos theta. Now in this triangle, if you inspect, right, P, Q and N triangle, this angle is theta. So the value of the cos theta will be PQ, and PQ is equals to small PQ is, again, since Pn is very small, PQ will also be very small, and it is dr. Its value is a small displacement vector dr, and dr is part of this complete position vector of the test charge Q. So P dl cos theta, the dl cos theta, its value is PQ, and PQ its value is dr. So dr, Q naught E dr. This is a small amount of the work done in moving a test charge through the small distance. Let us see all the things one again. It is very difficult to understand. This is not the part of your theoretical syllabus, but this thing will help you to solve the advanced level numericals of the physics. So let us see once again till here, and then we'll again further evaluate. We are discussing one important property of an electric field. What is that property? Property says that line integral of the electric field over a closed path is dependent only on position of the 2 points and not on the path followed. Line integral of the electric field depends only on the position of the 2 points. I said, what do we mean by line integral? Line integral means integration over the path that is taken by a charge to move within the electric field. So line integral of the electric field, it is independent of the path. So this thing we are trying to evaluate, or you can say this thing we are trying to prove. To prove this, we have taken a situation in which we have a charge at the origin O, right? And we have taken two positions A and B having position vectors RA and RB. A test charge is taken from A to B through a path drawn by this blue marker. Along its path, if we consider any point, you can take that point here, at any point, at that point, test charge will experience a force which will take the test charge away from this system. We do not want that to happen. In order to keep the test charge as it is, we apply exactly equal and opposite force in the opposite direction. How much force? Exactly opposite to that of the natural force. Equal in magnitude, opposite in the direction. So opposite in direction is shown by the negative sign. Now, under the effect of this force, if we move a charge through a small distance Pn, this small distance Pn, we denote it as a dl. If we move a test charge under the effect of this force through a small distance Pn, then the small amount of the work done is given by F dot dl, right? Evaluating this scalar product FDL cos theta. From N, I draw a perpendicular in order to evaluate the value of this dl cos theta. From N, I draw a perpendicular to this position vector. Qn is a perpendicular to the position vector of the point P. And from this triangle, I conclude that the value of PQ, right, the value of PQ, dl cos theta is PQ. The value of dl cos theta from this triangle is PQ, and PQ is nothing but a small part of the complete position vector. PQ is small part of this complete position vector, hence I denote it with the dr. So this is the small amount of the work done by the force which we have applied. Total amount of the work done in moving from A to B. Total amount of the work done. Q naught is constant outside, right? Value of the E. What will be the electric field at a point P? KQ by R square, right? We don't have to consider the direction because complete all the scalar quantities, they are directions we have already solved. So integration of this from A to B minus Q naught, right? Again KQ outside, you can use K or you can use 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught. Best practice is to use K, because in increasing the letters 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught, things may little bit become glitchy. So from A to B, dr by R square. Evaluation of this integral will give me 1 upon R square, so minus 1 upon R. Limits from A to B, minus minus becomes plus, so K Q naught Q 1 upon R from A to B, right? substituting those values, K total amount of the work done will be K Q naught Q 1 upon upper limit D has a position vector RB and A has a position vector RA. This thing if we modified, work done in moving the test charge KQ by 1 upon RB minus 1 upon RA. Furthermore, KQ by RB minus KQ by RA. So here now we conclude when we evaluate the line integral E dot dl, right? Here we have evaluated E dot dl, we have evaluated. What does this evaluation gives us? Let us see this much part in detail. This part in detail, I will write it down here, right? So integration of the dw is w, q naught I take it down, q naught, right? A to b E dot, see here E dot dl you can write down if you have not taken is as a cos theta, right? So this thing if you take it here, dr was nothing but dl cos theta, and dl cos theta you can convert it into dl. So just rather than this, better it is if we take this equation. This equation we take. So it is f can be replaced as minus q naught E dot dl, right? Total amount of the work done is obtained by integration, so this will be w is equals to minus E dot dl over a closed path A to B. So just same thing we have evaluated. On evaluation of this thing, what do we conclude? We conclude that the work done in moving the test charge from A to B, this is the work done in moving from A to B. Either you write W or you write WAB. It's understood. Work done in moving the test charge from A to B is obtained by these terms, and these terms are called as potential at the B minus potential at the A. So what does this statement gives us? This statement gives us the definition of a potential difference. This is called as potential difference. So how do we define a potential difference? Potential difference, it is defined as work done in moving test charge over a path in electric field. So from this property we get the definition of a potential difference, and from the potential difference we get the definition of a potential. We'll see in the next class how do we evaluate the potential difference to the potential. Thank you.